Good morning students, I am Santosh sir. Today in this video we will know about the advantages and disadvantages of the using Python. So let's know about it, and if you are getting any problem feel free to ask to me. Thank you.
Hi friends, I hope that you are doing well. Welcome back to Python Programming with Akash. In today's video, we will show you how to get started with Python. In particular, what is Python, its advantages and disadvantages, followed by interpretation and compilation. So before we get deep into Python, we all should know what Python actually is. Python is a programming language that was developed by Guido van Rossum in February 1991. Python is based on two programming languages. The first one is ABC language, which is a teaching language which was created as a replacement of BASIC. And the second one is Modula 3. Python is easy to learn but still a very powerful object-oriented programming language. You would be unfamiliar with the term object-oriented programming language, and there will be some more terms in this video which will be new to you. Don't worry about them, we will cover them in a separate video and you will get the links in the description box of this video. It is a very high level programming language, yet as powerful as many other middle level, not so high level languages like C, C++, Java, etc. Python programming language was named after famous BBC comedy show, namely Monty Python's Flying Circus. C, C++, Java, these are some of the popular languages, but Python, even after coming into being in early 1990s, is still competing with them in popularity index. Python may not be perfect for every type of application, but it does possess many strengths that make it a good choice for many situations. Let's see the advantages that Python offers. First, easy to use. Python is compact, has very simple syntax, and is very easy to use. It is a very high level language and therefore very programmer friendly. The second point is that Python is an expressive language. This means that Python is more capable of expressing the code's purpose than many other languages. And why is that? Because it has fewer lines of code and a simpler syntax. We have two sets of code, one in C++ on the left and the other in Python on the right. In both, we are achieving the same functionality to swap two values. The code on the left has more number of lines. The code on the right has less number of lines and is easier to understand. Thus, Python is more expressive. The third advantage of Python is that it is an interpreted language. Python is an interpreted language and not a compiled one. This means Python installation interprets and executes the program code line by line at a time. It makes Python an easy to debug language and thus suitable for beginners to advanced users. The fourth point is about its completeness. When Python is installed, you get everything you need to do the real work. All types of required functionality is available through various modules of Python standard library. You no longer need to download and install additional libraries. For example, everything is available in Python standard library for diverse functionality such as emails, web pages, databases, GUI development, network connections and many more. And therefore, it is also called Python follows batteries included philosophy. The fifth point tells us that Python is a cross-platform language, which essentially means that Python can run equally well on variety of platforms. Windows, Linux, Unix, Macintosh, supercomputers, smartphones, etc. Or in other words, we can say that Python is a portable language. The sixth point tells us that Python is free and open source, which means that Python is freely available without any cost. We can just go to www.python.org and download it for free. And not only that, its source code, that is, the complete program instructions is also available. That is, it is open source also. You can modify, improve, extend and open source software. The seventh and the last point tells us Python's variety of usage and applications. The language has evolved into powerful, complete and useful language over the years. Nowadays, Python is being used in many diverse fields and applications, some of which are given below, like scripting, web applications, game development, system administrations, rapid prototyping, GUI programs, database applications. Now let's take a look at the disadvantages of Python. Although Python is very powerful yet simple language with so many advantages, it is not the perfect programming language. There do exist some areas where Python is not that capable. 1. It is not the fastest language. Python is an interpreted language, not a fully compiled one. Python is initially semi-compiled into an internal bytecode which is then executed by a Python interpreter. On the other hand, fully compiled languages are faster than their interpreted counterparts. So, here Python is a little weaker. Though it offers faster development times, but execution times are not that fast compared to some compiled languages. 2. It has less libraries than C, Java, Perl. Python offers library support for almost all computing programs, but its library is still not competent with that of languages like C, Java, Perl, as they have comparatively larger collections available. Sometimes, in some cases, these languages offer better and multiple solutions than Python. 3. Python is not strong on type binding. Now, what is type binding? If we assign a value to a variable, then that variable is bound to that type of value and this is known as type binding. If we try to assign a different type of value to that variable now, then it is reported as a type mismatch issue in other languages. But in Python, the interpreter does not catch type mismatch issues. For example, if you declare a variable as integer but later store a string value in it, Python won't complain or pinpoint it. 4. Python is not easily convertible. Python is an easy language to program in because of its easy syntax. But this advantage has a downside too. It becomes a disadvantage when we have to translate a program into another programming language. This is because most other programming languages have structured defined syntax. Since most other programming languages have strong syntax, the translation from Python to other language would require the user to carefully examine the Python code and its structure and then implement the same structure into other programming languages' syntax. Interpretation versus compilation. Interpretation is a term used with interpreter and compilation is a term used with compiler. Interpreter and compiler both are language processors. Language processors convert instructions in one type of language to another type of language. Now we will see what these two are. First comes the interpreter. This language processor converts a high-level language program into machine language by converting and executing it line by line. If there is any error in any line, it reports it at the same time and program execution does not resume until the error is rectified. Interpreter must always be present in the memory every time the program is executed. This is because each time the program is run, it is first interpreted and then executed. For error debugging, interpreter is very much useful because it reports the errors at the same time. But once we have removed the errors, unnecessary usage of memory takes place as it has to be always present in the memory. This memory wastage is the downside of the interpreter. Now the compiler. It is also responsible for converting the high-level language program into machine language. like the interpreter, but the conversion manner is different. What it does is, it converts the entire high-level language program in one go and reports all the errors of the program along with the line numbers. After all the errors are removed, the program is recompiled, and after that the compiler is not needed in the memory as the object program is available. On the left you see the process of compilation, and on the right you see the process of interpretation. In compilation, the source code is converted to a target code by the compiler, and then the compiler is no longer needed in the memory. The input is provided to the target code, which executes and gives us the output. In interpretation, the interpreter is always required to interpret and convert the source code, as it processes the code line by line. We have come to the end of the video now. I know Python may be a new programming language to you, or you might be new to this entire programming thing, but don't be scared of it. Just give it some time. Stay with me on this channel, and I assure you, once you start doing hands-on writing code all by yourself after some initial hiccups that you might have, you will feel at ease. You will start loving the coding, and this is when you will be able to get out so much from this, and that too by giving not a very huge amount of time. I hope that you are able to learn things from this video. If you have some doubts, do let me know in the comment section of the video. I will get back to you for sure and resolve them as soon as possible. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned, I will be back with more. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.